Guys. I wanted to get on here and show some things. Some of this over here is what I just got as part of my quote-unquote prepper or pantry haul. Although I want to preface again, I don't do SHTF prepping for myself. However, I hope that anything I do can help someone else later down the road, like if I'm not here or if I try to help them. Nothing special, although I do gear a lot of, very often, towards those that are just not sure what it all means. I try to get as much canned chicken as I can do. That came from Sam's. I love it. There's so many different ways I love it. Beans, your choice. I just randomly I love chicken breasts. I buy it constantly. I love lentils. I buy them constantly. Here's 15 bean soup, Great Northern beans, lima beans. Here again, a lot of people say, oh, I don't like limas. Then don't buy them. Don't buy them. It really is that simple. Here again, I'm getting some different building back up, ibuprofens, whatever, some leaves, hand lotion, you do you. And I bought some chicken livers and chicken gizzards, and you think, that's not prepper at all. Well, I buy it to make homemade dog food for my pups. Another thing that I bought, you've seen me share buying socks and things like that. Some extra shoes, because one day shoes, you may not be able to run to the store and get replacement shoes. Ginger, I'm finding out all the health benefits, or re-finding out. I knew it, I'd forgotten. And I also saw that dogs can eat it, like whenever you mix it in with certain meals that you cook. Same thing with zucchini. This isn't a prepper thing, but I put it in my homemade dog food whenever I'm making that. That's it for the recent purchases there, but I was going to show just some different ideas. Just ideas. If you don't like them, don't do them. Simple things as you're out. If anyone still goes out to fast food places and all, and sometimes they'll still give you big, huge wads of napkins, save them. Use them. Put them in a little bag. You can shove them under your bed. You can put them anywhere. And today's napkin that you don't need may be tomorrow's toilet paper. Just saying. But again, you do you. I've gone through all this before. Plastic containers of all sorts that have the PET or PETE symbol down here and the number 1. You can look up which is food grade. Save plastic containers for putting you can put your foods in, you can put your napkins in, anything. So there's that. Another thing I do, but you don't have to, batteries. Get you some batteries and put them aside. Save them. These dogs. And I was going to show you must-haves, in my opinion. Especially if you buy those big number 10 cans of food. Get you one of these big commercial can openers. I love this. It sure beats the heck. And get some of these too. You're going to want some manual ways to open containers. But look at the difference in size. And as you get some age on you, this will be a lifesaver when your hands or wrist gets a little bit weaker than trying to use something like this to open the big, huge cans. Another thing that is very helpful for some of us, especially of a certain age, I bought I think it was like a kit that had different things to help use to open jars and cans. What I like about this, and that's a bottle opener, that was, I think, a 4 or 5 piece set that I got from Amazon. I don't even remember how much I paid for it. But this little handy dandy thing is for these cans with the pop tops. That sometimes for those of us that have a little bit of age on us, it's a little bit hard, but you can put that in there, hopefully. And then that makes it so easy to open that can up. I'm going to finish opening it later. I'm going to make some, I make some chicken salad, kind of like people make tuna salad, and I use them, I just spilled some. I use them, I love the sandwiches out of them. Here's a jar opener with the little grippy edges. A lot of us, as we get a little bit older, it gets harder and harder. But this will make it a little bit easier. No, it's hard. Still hard for me to do. Get things like that. I don't know what's with these two today. And I was going to tell you too, as far as these pop-top cans or the solid, they claim, and it makes sense, that this will last and stay intact and keep the integrity better than the pop-tops, because that's solid. A pop-top had the little ridge. Oh, I see the FedEx truck is out there. It has the little ridge around it that opens it, and if it's going to lose some integrity, that's where it's going to lose its integrity. Okay, I'm finding out more and more about things that you can make for ointments or poultices, or even certain of these things can be used for pups, for us. That's lemongrass and peppermint, and I try to get food quality. Lavender, these are just suggestions to use. Tea tree oil, dogs never do this, but this is for skin health, and it can help if you ever have scabies or anything like that. Licorice root. Like I say, I'm learning about some recipes on things for humans and for dogs. Another thing that came to mind that sometimes we overlook in the event of you can't run to the store anymore. This is a big one, but a sewing kit. You can buy small sewing kits, you can buy large sewing kits, or you can go to a yard sale and just buy a container and then put needles, scissors, anything, thread. One day you may need to sew something because you can't run down to the store and get it. Another thing that you can use to put sewing kit in or anything is any little old bag like this. This I'd made a to-go bag since I had that big sewing kit, but you can put, you know, just emergency things just to stick in your to-go bags. You do you. We're all different. There's Theraflu. There's allergy. I normally put pain meds. Just, you know, Aleve, back in the... Just think of things outside the box. And then have them, because one day it will happen that we all won't be able to just run to the store and get what we need. Either they may not have it or you just can't do it. We may be on lockdown. We may be on any number of things. So here again, this is in no way full comprehensive. Oh, and I was going to show you with like this for the dog food, the chicken livers and gizzards. There's many different ways or recipes that you can use, but once I make it, I feed them some just cooked, but then I have dehydrators, and so I will dehydrate some. This was back in November 18, 2023, for dogs. Chicken livers, gizzards, carrots, sweet potatoes, cranberries, pasta rings. Learn what dogs can eat and what they cannot eat. And then I dehydrated it. And this will last a long time, especially if I seal it properly and put it in. If I'm going to really hold it for a while, I'll put it in glass jars and I will vacuum seal it. So, and the dogs, you rehydrate this with water. If it comes down to it and there is no water, you can give them a little bit at a time and they can eat it just like this. But that's all in one dog food. Okay, now, scripture alert. I am going to read, this is in 2 Peter 2. I'm finding it interesting that it seems like the Lord must be putting sometimes the same verses, the same messages, the same warnings on several of our hearts. Because I will notice the Lord will put a verse or a passage on my heart, and then either that same day, or I found out that 2 days before someone else had posted it, or maybe 2 days after someone else has posted basically the same verses. All I can say is the Lord is trying to speak to us, and most of us that do anything like this, we are trying to help people and warn people. Whether it be warn you by telling you get some food, get some preps and supplies, get some things that you're going to need because one day you may not be able to. And some of us are trying to do also tell you to prep pantry-wise, food-wise, health-wise, but also your soul. But that's your choice. I never get mad at someone that has literally my best interest at heart. I don't. In fact, I think that it's sweet that you would care enough to say, Karen, do you have enough food? Do you have enough of this? There's a storm coming. Are you ready? I like that. It's because people warn because they care. We don't warn because we think we're smarter than you and you're dumber than Tom's dog and won't understand. No, we're warning. We're taught to warn. You should warn each other. How would you feel that if your best friend knew something that you could take or do to make you feel better, and they know it works, but they didn't share it with you? Would you consider them a best friend? Would you consider them as really having your best interest at heart? Or would you have felt better if they had said, well, Louise, guess what I found out that helps me and my chronic this, that, and the other? I use this. I can't say that it'll help you, but maybe it will. I think I would rather them warn me, and then I make my own decision from there. But here again, you do you. So 2 Peter 2, I'm going to start in verse 1. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that bought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. And pernicious means destructive. And through covetousness, which is like envy, I sure wish I had that, shall they with feigned words make merchandise of you, whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation, or their destruction, suffereth not. For if God spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment, and spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the 8th person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. For that righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing, vexed his righteous soul from day to day. The Lord knoweth to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. And there's more about this, but we are warned, or we're given every opportunity to be warned of things, but we're also given free will. If someone forces you to do something, whether it be to love them, whether it be to marry them, whether it be to vote like them, act like them, do like them, or whatever it is, they're not your friend, and you are basically their slave if you're forced to do something. You're given a choice. I wish that people would stop hating on those that attempt to help in the best way that we know how, which we're fallible. But don't resent those that are trying to help you. Maybe learn to understand and resent those that are trying to harm you by telling you fake things. And I'm going to give you an example. That little thing, that little poke, do some research about the dangers of that that's still going on, and it's not over yet. And yet people today are still hearing, go do this, go do that, and they're running down and doing it thinking that this is good, it's for the better good. No, it's not. Please wake up. Please wake up. Do your homework. Do your homework. I tried to upload a video the other day, and after nearly 24 hours, it still wasn't uploaded. So I don't know if that was the Lord saying, hold off on this message, or if that is how bad the enemy will work to not have certain things out there to warn people. If you don't take care, take some of your own responsibility in your own hand, then who is going to? Love you guys. Help is out there. Get prepared in whatever way you see fit, and share information. Not to the point of being a butthole about it, but there's people that really don't know. And let's help each other. Let's suggest, and if you don't want to do it, don't do it. But I like to share. I like to warn you, bridge is out ahead, road is closed ahead, turn around and reroute. So, take care. Love you guys. Bye.